an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
All right, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the left. At the 35, he's got room. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide right, it's Odom. Run ends there. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country. The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Looking for a gap. It's Walton. There he goes. Pass to 6. The Trojans use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback changing the play. The run inside. It's Walton. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Might as well give it to him again. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Cobb. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans. And you're right, we could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They give it to him again. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Miller. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it down the field. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
What a great job of executing right there between the quarterback and the tight end. You've got to have great timing. When you're throwing these corner routes, the ball's got to come out a bit early. You got to put enough air on it to let your tight end locate the football before making the catch, and they hook up on a huge gain on third down.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. In the red area, it's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Williams. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got it, looking for the first down. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. Third down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the fourth down.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Mobley. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Just smothered on the play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Out wide left, it's Gilbert. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll run him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready? Hey, move.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gets the back moving. Throwing. Carr. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Walton. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Williams. And they're not on the same page there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Williams looking for a man. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Right side, it's Bowman. Turns it on in midfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
and you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Williams. He lost one down the sideline. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there, a touchdown here. And I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not. To be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Using his legs, it's Walton. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to... A big play before the half. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Handoff again. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Carr. Rush right in his face. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Irish send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Taken down right away. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Bowling Green in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And it's the Falcons, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
And I guess the way to say it is the team gets off the schneid. They're 1-5 after picking up their first W. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
Looking for a crease. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Ready to fire from the pistol. Going to the ground. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Driven back.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Motion from the wideout. Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Sends it back in motion. Left side, it's Mobley. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Hits inside, it's Mobley. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Making the adjustment. Snowed under by the defense.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide right, it's Odom. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Takes the handoff, it's Hawkins. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Swapped immediately.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Throwing, Williams. Release to the back. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Williams will pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in a double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw in the double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's Williams. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Williams to the air again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away.
Check, check, check. Ready, go.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here's Carr to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Right side, it's Mobley. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Out wide left, it's Mosley. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Williams. Caught. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Defense might bring the house here. It's Williams again. Touchdown, Trojans. Gets it into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mobley. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. On the run, it's Walton. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll send the back in motion. Might as well run him again. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Trying to squeak through the pile. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needs it. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless it's picked off. And that's number 10. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception. offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Long way to go on second down. Throwing, Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Slings it. Out wide right, it's Gilbert. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Hands it off. Sees a crease. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
Here we go. Ready. Jet. Ready to go.
Carr. Rushes on. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Williams looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second and long here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams throwing right. Got him downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Williams to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Finds a man in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't. And inbounds. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Williams. Right side, it's Mosley. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Third down from the gun, Williams. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back. Yeah,
they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance, but you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Turning it on! They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They'll give it to him again. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Move to his right. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Ready? Red 54, red 54.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Tight end now in motion. Hits the hole. It's Walton. Plows through the defense. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Looking for the marker. Here's some daylight. There's some room. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late. Could have taken a knee. Could have ran the clock out. But those stats count. Those stats matter. And this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.